Welcome back to the greatest show on earth. From above it, it is very dark right there from a live shot courtesy of NASA. Thanks to really all this awesome stuff going on with the total solar eclipse. It gets dark out, if just in case you were wondering the path of totality there. Thanks for joining us or sticking with us. I'm Ahmed Badji.
And I'm Meredith Bruckner. People from around the world are flocking to the U.S. to see this once-in-a-lifetime spectacle, one that we won't see again for the next 20 years. Once again, CBS Detroit has teams spread out across the path of totality.
Yeah, we've got Troy Bridges, who's outside working on a demonstration with basically how all of this works, how you can view the eclipse without glasses. We're going to start off there. Take it away, Troy.
Yeah, I'm out here with the cool glasses, of course, and I've been looking at it, and it is such a cool view. I would say it's about a fourth way through, maybe a third to a fourth, but certainly cool to see. If you don't have glasses like this, there's another neat way that I think is actually easier than doing the box thing that I'm going to show you in a minute. But what you do is you take any old paper plate like this, and I found a screwdriver. I think this works better than a pin. You kind of circle that around, make a good circle. You do it on both sides here, and once you do that, you have a pretty round circle. I'm going to make sure that it is. And then once you do that, then you find another piece of maybe white paper or maybe another plate like the one you have, but it needs to be smooth and white so that you can clearly see what's happening. Now this is going to replicate that little crescent, and if you look closely, you can see the crescent there. There it is. Do you see that? You can clearly see that crescent on the plate, and that's what it looks like when you use the glasses. This is one way to do it, but you know what? Another way that's fun that I know when I was a kid, with a box. It was a shoe box. This is actually Ahmed's favorite cereal. I think he brought this from home. But you can make this out of a shoe box or a cereal box. You cut 2 holes, and then you put foil, poke that hole, you look through that hole, and that's how you can see pretty much the same setup that we saw in this plate. So let me show you now how you can do that at home. All you need are a few simple things to make your DIY solar viewer: a pencil, foil, tape, paper, scissors, and a shoebox. Cut out 2 small holes on one side of the box. Add the tape to the piece of foil. Attach to the box and cover one of the holes. Use something like a pen or a pencil to poke a small hole into the foil. Add the tape to the paper and attach that into the box. Put the lid on the box once you've done all of those steps. With your back to the sun, look through the open hole. Light will pass through the hole in the foil to the back of the box. During the eclipse, you'll be able to safely watch the event unfold. So hopefully you can learn from that. You can do the glasses, you can do the plate, or you can actually make a box out of either a cereal box or a shoebox like I just showed you. Wasn't that a cool graphic? I really like how that looked. Well, now we want to hear from Kylee Miller, who is at Cedar Point in Ohio, where she's seeing 100% totality today with a ton of other people. Kylee, what are you seeing?
So I just put on my glasses, Troy. Cedar Point gave us these really cool glasses. I just looked up and it looks like it's almost half covered now, and we have a really good feeling that it's going to be looking like dusk once we do hit that max totality at 3:14. I'm having so much fun here at Cedar Point. It has been so fun so far today, and coming all the way from Taylor, Michigan, we have George here with us. Thanks so much for joining us here. So this is actually your second eclipse, right? You made it to the one in 2017 in Tennessee. Tell us about that one.
That was awesome. I mean, I had a perfect view from my cousin's backyard, and it was the most incredible thing I ever seen. It was awesome.
So then looking at this one, like looking forward to this one, what do you think you're going to see? Are you going to be seeing dust? Do you think you're going to be noticing like the birds quieting down a little bit? Or are you just excited to see the eclipse happen?
I was with my mom for the first one and my brother, and this time I get to spend it with my daughter. So that's like what I'm looking forward to, being able to experience it with my daughter.
Awesome. Yeah. And let's go ahead and bring your daughter in because you're huge into Cedar Point.
I love Cedar Point. Cedar Point is my favorite park ever. It's my favorite.
And this is going to be your first eclipse,
my
right?
First eclipse ever, yes.
And what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm just looking forward to seeing like the total eclipse in the sun with the glasses. It's awesome.
And you've been riding the Gatekeeper, I know. They've been going on and off.
Every single ride here, I love it here. It's an amazing park.
So if somebody is new to this area, since you go to Cedar Point all the time, what is one thing that they have to see here?
Oh, they have to come to Cedar Point, ride every single ride that they can. My favorite rides are Millennium Force, Steel Vengeance, and when Top Thrill 2 comes out, you have to ride it. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be amazing.
She's going to be in line for that one.
Yes, opening day, I will be here.
So what made you guys choose Cedar Point for viewing the total solar eclipse?
I just love Cedar Point, honestly. Like, I saw it, I have my emails turned on for Cedar Point, and it came up in my emails. It said the total eclipse, and I was like, oh, tickets immediately bought. Yeah.
It's going to be great, and we've been tracking on the phone in Texas. They're basically at the total eclipse right now. We've been watching it. I mean, that's going to be so cool to see when it finally does arrive here in Sandusky.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day at the park. You guys said you're going to go out on the beach, so have fun. Thank you guys so much. So here at Cedar Point, it has been a blast so far. We've been talking to so many people. We also have our next weather tracker out here, and that has been a star of the show too. Everyone's like, wow, you're coming all the way from Detroit. Like, of course. We had to be in 100% totality, and someone else who is in that path, we do have Alicia, who is in Monroe County. Alicia, how is it going at Sterling State Park?
Hey, Kylie. Good afternoon. Yeah, we are having such a blast over here at Sterling State Park. There is actually quite a crowd. I'm joined by Carla and her family who came out to see the solar eclipse. Carla, this is your first time seeing a solar eclipse.
Yes, yes it is.
Tell me a little bit about what you're expecting to see.
Just the total darkness and bringing the kids so they can see it too, and just gonna watch it.
Okay, so your kids had the day off school, right?
Yeah, no school today.
No school today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys are looking through the glasses already, I see. So what are you seeing?
The moon's like kind of arched, like it looks kind of weird.
Almost halfway. It's almost halfway through right now, so
Almost halfway through?
Yeah, we keep looking up.
I know, I can almost feel like a temperature difference, like a temperature shift. It feels a little cooler out here.
Getting a little darker.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys have these boxes over here that you made. Tell me a little bit about what those are and how it works. What'd you make?
So like you can take them, you can like look back, and like you can see the reflection of like the sun, and it like shows how covered it is.
What? How did you guys think to make that?
Well, we kind of didn't. There was like kind of like a little pop-up shop over there that we made it with.
Over here they had a little booth where they were letting the kids make them and explaining it to them, and yeah, so they all got to make one.
Well, how fun. Is this your first time seeing a solar eclipse?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how's your experience been so far?
Good.
Yeah?
Fun.
Very fun. What made you guys decide to come to Sterling State Park?
Close to our house. We don't live far from here, so yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking with us, you guys. I'm going to send it back to you in studio, but for now, reporting live in Monroe at Sterling State Park, Alicia Bergios, CBS News Detroit.